When you find yourself waking again and again for the bathroom, it steals more than dreams. It quietly steals your independence. Each night the same routine repeats. You fall asleep with hope, but within hours, you are up again, stumbling in the dark, trying to steady your steps. By morning, your body feels heavy, your mind foggy, and your energy is gone long before the day truly begins. Doctors call this condition nocturia, and it is far more common than most people realize. Nearly 60% of adults over 65 in both America and India wake multiple times at night to urinate. For some, it happens twice. For others, 3 or even 4 times before dawn. Many quietly accept it as a normal part of aging, but it does not have to be this way. Today, I am going to show you how 3 simple dry fruits can become a natural part of your evening routine, protecting your bladder, supporting your kidneys, and helping your brain slip into deeper sleep. These are foods you already know, but the way you use them at night can change everything. Before we begin, I would like to hear from you. Where are you watching this video, and what time of day is it for you? Please share your thoughts in the comments. I would truly love to know. And if you find this message helpful, please like the video and subscribe so you never miss the next small tip that can bring big comfort. Scientific overview of nocturia. Nocturia is a medical term, but the reality behind it feels very familiar to many seniors in both the United States and India. It simply means waking up 2 or more times each night to urinate. Yet, the consequences are far greater than the definition suggests. Each interruption breaks. Your rest pulls you from the comfort of your bed and forces your body and mind into a cycle of exhaustion that often lingers well into the next day. Doctors explain that 3 main factors usually combine to cause nocturia. First, the kidneys may produce too much urine at night, a condition known as nocturnal polyuria. Instead of slowing down while you sleep, the kidneys remain active, filling the bladder faster than it should. Second, the bladder itself can become overly sensitive or slightly inflamed with age. This means it sends urgent signals to the brain even when only half full, waking you up unnecessarily. Third, sleep naturally becomes lighter as we grow older, and the brain reacts more strongly to even mild bladder signals that once would have gone unnoticed during deeper stages of rest. Research shows that nearly 60% of adults over 65 live with nocturia. In practical terms, that means millions of people in Dallas or Detroit, Mumbai or Chennai, rising in the dark, often 2 or 3 times, sometimes more. The danger is not only the lost sleep. When you are forced to get up at night, you face higher risks of stumbling, losing balance, or even suffering a fall. Just one accident in the bathroom can take away the independence that you value so deeply. The hidden impact goes beyond physical risk. Repeated awakenings prevent the brain from reaching REM sleep, the stage where memory is strengthened and emotions are processed. Without it, forgetfulness grows sharper, moods become more fragile, and energy fades more quickly each afternoon. Many seniors quietly blame themselves, thinking it is simply part of aging. Yet, doctors confirm that this condition deserves attention, not resignation. Medications are often prescribed and they may help, but side effects like dizziness, dry mouth, or increased blood pressure make many people hesitant. That is why older adults across both cultures increasingly turn toward natural approaches. In India, Ayurveda has long taught that food itself can be medicine, restoring balance gently through daily choices. In the United States, seniors often search for natural remedies at local stores, hoping to find something safer and more sustainable than a new prescription. This is where the story turns hopeful. Modern research now confirms what traditional wisdom has suggested all along: certain everyday foods, when used carefully, can directly improve bladder, comfort, kidney balance, and sleep depth. Among these, three specific dry fruits stand out. They are affordable, widely available in both American supermarkets and Indian bazaars, and they work in complementary ways to reduce nighttime bathroom trips. So rather than accepting broken sleep as unavoidable, you can begin to see that solutions exist within reach. The journey ahead will show how cranberries, almonds, and raisins, familiar yet powerful foods, can give you back the rest your body has been quietly missing. Tonight does not have to be another night of interruptions. With knowledge and consistency, you can begin reclaiming the comfort of peaceful sleep. Three types of dry fruits. 1. Cranberries, a gentle friend to the bladder. Cranberries are small, bright red fruits that grow in the bogs and wetlands of North America, where they have been cultivated for centuries. In the United States, many families remember grandmothers who used cranberries in pie sauces or muffins, especially around the holidays. In India, cranberries may feel less traditional, yet they now appear in many supermarkets in their dried form, often sold alongside almonds, cashews, and raisins. Seniors in Pune or Delhi sometimes add a handful of dried cranberries to a mixture of nuts, creating a snack that feels modern yet familiar. Behind their tart taste lies something far more powerful than flavor alone. Cranberries are rich in natural compounds called proanthocyanidins, or PACs for short, which act like tiny shields inside the urinary system. These molecules reduce irritation of the bladder walls and help prevent unnecessary inflammation, both of which are common issues as we age. They also support kidney function in a very specific way, lowering the amount of urine produced at night, so the bladder does not fill too quickly. Imagine the relief of turning over in bed and realizing you do not need to get up yet again. That is the quiet benefit cranberries can bring. Research from Weill Cornell Medicine adds scientific weight to this tradition. In a controlled study, women who consumed cranberry powder daily for 24 weeks reported fewer nightly bathroom trips and longer stretches of uninterrupted rest. The findings confirm what many seniors quietly hoped, that nature sometimes offers gentle answers where prescriptions may not. For older adults in both America and India, the idea that food itself can restore comfort feels reassuring, especially when nights have grown so restless. Practical use matters just as much as theory. Experts suggest that about 30 grams of unsweetened dried cranberries, or roughly 2 tablespoons, is an effective daily amount. Another option is 500 milligrams of cranberry powder, which can be mixed into warm water or blended into a light smoothie. In the United States, seniors often sprinkle dried cranberries into their evening oatmeal or toss them into a dinner salad. In India, many prefer to soak dried cranberries in warm water for 15 minutes, softening them before mixing with unsweetened almond milk for a soothing evening drink. One essential reminder is to always choose unsweetened varieties. Many commercial cranberry products are loaded with added sugar, which can irritate the bladder lining and worsen inflammation. Reading labels carefully ensures you receive the benefits of the fruit itself rather than the harmful effects of extra sweeteners. In Chicago, An older woman who had been waking 3 times a night began adding a small handful of cranberries to her dinner routine. Within weeks, she noticed longer stretches of rest and a brighter energy each morning. Across the ocean in Pune, a grandmother who loved her late evening chai replaced her sugary snack with a few soaked cranberries. She was surprised to find she slept almost 5 straight hours without interruption for the first time in years. These experiences remind us that small, consistent changes can restore confidence and dignity. Nocturia does not have to dictate your nights or steal your independence. By embracing simple foods like cranberries, you give your bladder the support it quietly needs, reduce irritation, and allow your kidneys to rest when they should. Think of cranberries not as a miracle cure, but as a gentle friend, one that helps you reclaim the peace of your nights and the energy of your days. 2. Almonds. The key to deeper sleep across cultures. Almonds have always carried a quiet reputation for strength and nourishment. In the United States, many older adults know them through almond milk lattes served in cozy cafes or as a small evening snack enjoyed with a book. In India, almonds known as badam are often soaked, peeled, and blended into warm milk with saffron, turmeric, or cardamom, creating a comforting drink called badam doodh. Both traditions highlight almonds not only as food but as part of a nightly ritual that calms the body and signals the mind to rest. Science has revealed why these traditions feel so effective. Almonds are among the richest natural sources of two essential sleep-supporting compounds, melatonin and magnesium. Melatonin is the hormone the brain produces when it is time for bed, gently dimming the lights inside your body so you can fall asleep. As we age, natural melatonin production declines, which explains why sleep often becomes lighter, more fragmented, and easier to disturb. Magnesium plays a different but equally vital role, helping muscles relax fully and calming nerve activity, so the brain is less reactive to signals from the bladder. When magnesium levels are sufficient, the body interprets small urges with patience rather than alarm, allowing longer, deeper sleep. Harvard research has highlighted almonds as one of the rare everyday foods that supply both melatonin and magnesium in meaningful amounts. That means a handful of almonds taken consistently before bed can support sleep cycles in a way that feels natural rather than forced. For many seniors, this is welcome news, an alternative to pills that sometimes leave grogginess, dizziness, or unwanted side effects. The practical question, of course, is how much and how best to consume them. Experts recommend about 20 to 30 grams per day, equal to roughly 20 almonds. Soaking them in room temperature water for at least 4 hours softens the nuts, removes enzyme inhibitors in the skin, and makes them gentler on digestion. In American homes, seniors often enjoy them as a small snack in the evening or blended into a light smoothie with unsweetened almond milk and a dash of cinnamon. In Indian kitchens, almonds are soaked, peeled, and simmered with saffron and turmeric to make a bedtime drink that feels both traditional and healing. Results rarely arrive overnight, but many people notice improvements within 1 or 2 weeks. Longer, less interrupted sleep is often the first change, followed by brighter mornings and steadier energy during the day. One gentleman in California, aged 72, shared that after adding soaked almonds to his nightly routine, he began sleeping nearly 6 hours straight for the first time in years. In Kerala, a retired teacher described how A warm glass of badam doodh before bed helped her return to the kind of peaceful sleep she thought she had lost forever. These stories remind us that behind every nutrient chart lies something deeply personal, the hope of a full night's rest and the independence it protects. Sleep is not a luxury, it is the foundation of health, memory, and safety. Without it, even small bladder signals can feel overwhelming. With it, those same signals often pass quietly until morning. For seniors in both America and India, almonds represent more than food. They are a simple natural key to restoring balance, calming the body, and protecting the nights that give meaning to the days. By embracing this nightly habit, you are not only nourishing your body, but also reclaiming the rest that makes each new morning feel possible again. 3. Raisins. Balancing fluids and supporting kidney health. Raisins may look humble, yet they have been part of comforting traditions across both America and India for generations. In the United States, raisin bread often appeared on the breakfast table, sometimes toasted with butter and served alongside a hot cup of coffee. In Indian homes, kismis, the Hindi word for raisins, have long been stirred into festive dishes like kheer, a creamy rice pudding, or sprinkled through biryani, adding both sweetness and a sense of celebration. These small wrinkled grapes connect everyday life with memory, family, and comfort, making them an easy addition to routines already familiar to many seniors. Beyond tradition, raisins carry powerful science in their small frame. They are naturally rich in potassium, a mineral that plays a key role in balancing electrolytes and supporting kidney function. For older adults, maintaining this balance is crucial because kidneys tend to become less efficient with age. When potassium intake is steady, the kidneys process fluids more smoothly, producing urine that is less concentrated. This means the bladder feels calmer and less irritated during the night, reducing the urgency that so often forces you out of bed. Raisins also supply antioxidants compounds that protect tissues from age-related damage and support healthy circulation. Just as importantly, their natural sugars provide gentle energy and can help stimulate melatonin production, the hormone that signals to the brain it is time to rest. For someone who struggles to fall back asleep after a bathroom trip, this natural boost can help restore rhythm, allowing the mind to drift back into slumber rather than lying awake in frustration. Real-life experiences make this knowledge feel practical. The People's Pharmacy, a trusted source of health testimonials, has recorded stories from seniors who saw dramatic changes after adding raisins to their evening routine. Some reported going from 4 nightly awakenings down to just one after a few weeks of consistent use. Imagine the difference falling asleep, knowing your rest is more likely to continue until morning rather than bracing yourself for another stumble across the darkened floor. The recommended amount is simple, about 30 grams or one small handful, taken roughly 90 minutes before bedtime. This gives the body time to digest and absorb the nutrients before the first cycle of deep sleep begins. In the United States, seniors often mix raisins into evening oatmeal or enjoy a small raisin cookie with limited sugar. In India, a common practice is to soak raisins in warm water for 10 to 15 minutes, then eat both the softened fruit and the sweetened water. This method makes digestion easier and enhances nutrient absorption, especially for older adults with sensitive stomachs. Consider the story of a 70-year-old grandmother in Houston. She had resigned herself to waking at least 3 times a night, thinking it was simply her age. When her daughter suggested adding a handful of raisins before bed, she hesitated but agreed to try. Within 3 weeks, she found herself rising only once during the night, and for the first time in years, she woke with energy strong enough to join her family for morning walks. Across the world in Delhi, an elderly gentleman added soaked raisins to his evening prayer routine. He described the change as a blessing because uninterrupted sleep gave him the confidence to move through his day without fear of exhaustion. These stories reflect a truth that science and tradition both confirm raisins are more than a sweet snack. They are a natural ally for your kidneys, a quiet support for fluid balance, and a gentle aid to nighttime peace. Seniors in both America and India can find them, easily enjoy them in familiar dishes, and discover that even a small wrinkled fruit can help restore dignity to the night. By making raisins part of your evening, you are not simply eating for taste. You are choosing a tool that reduces urgency, protects rest, and helps your mornings begin with steadier strength. For anyone tired of broken sleep and nightly interruptions, this simple habit offers both comfort and hope. Why? These three work best together. When you look at each of these foods alone, their benefits already feel meaningful. Cranberries reduce inflammation in the bladder lining and help regulate the amount of urine produced during the night. Almonds strengthen the natural sleep cycle by boosting melatonin and magnesium, making the brain less reactive to small bladder signals. Raisins support the kidneys by balancing electrolytes, producing urine that is less concentrated and therefore less irritating. Each fruit works on a separate piece of the puzzle, but together they create something far more powerful. Doctors often remind us that nocturia does not have a single cause. Instead, it arises from three interconnected problems. The kidneys produce too much urine at night. The bladder sends signals too early, and the brain is too alert to ignore those signals. Addressing only one issue leaves the others unchecked, which is why so many seniors try one solution but continue waking up multiple times. By combining cranberries, almonds, and raisins, you are supporting all three roots of the problem at the same time. The effect feels like harmony rather than struggle. Imagine three musicians playing together. Alone, each instrument can sound pleasant, but when joined in rhythm, the music becomes rich and complete. In the same way, these three foods create a balanced response inside your body. Cranberries calm the bladder, almonds strengthen sleep, and raisins steady the kidneys. The result is not just fewer bathroom trips, but a deeper, more restful night, where the body finally has time to repair itself. Practical experience supports this idea. Many seniors who tried these foods separately reported small improvements. But when they combined them into a routine, cranberries at dinner, almonds before bed, raisins in the late evening, the change was striking. Within 4 to 6 weeks, the number of nightly awakenings often dropped dramatically. Some people went from 3 or 4 trips down to just one, and others reported sleeping through the entire night for the first time in years. For older adults in America, this might mean enjoying a light salad with cranberries at dinner, a handful of soaked almonds as an evening snack, and a few raisins before bedtime. For seniors in India, it could mean mixing cranberries with unsweetened almond milk, sipping a warm glass of badam doodh, and enjoying soaked kismis after prayer. These rituals do more than nourish the body. They restore a sense of control, proving that small, consistent choices still carry power even when age makes you feel vulnerable. So, if you have felt that your nights are beyond saving, consider this combination as a gentle yet comprehensive approach. It does not replace medical care, but it fills the gap between prescriptions and hopelessness. With patience and regular practice, these three simple fruits can work together to bring back the comfort of unbroken sleep, reminding you that your body still knows how to rest when given the right support. Building your evening routine. Putting this knowledge into action begins with a simple routine that is easy to follow and gentle on the body. The goal is not to overwhelm yourself with change, but to create a rhythm that works with your natural sleep cycle. Each step adds quiet support, and together they form a habit that protects your nights while still leaving room for comfort and enjoyment. Start with cranberries as part of your dinner. In the United States, that might mean sprinkling 30 grams of unsweetened dried cranberries into a fresh green salad or mixing them with plain yogurt. In India, some seniors prefer to soak the dried fruit in warm water and enjoy them alongside the evening meal or blend them with a light almond milk drink. By eating cranberries with dinner, you give the bladder-friendly compounds time to work before you head to bed. About 90 minutes before bedtime, add almonds to your evening. Choose 20 soaked almonds that have been left in water for 4 hours, making them easier to digest. In American households, this might be a small bowl of softened almonds as a quiet snack, while in Indian kitchens, it often becomes a warm glass of badam doodh flavored with saffron or a touch of turmeric. The key is to let these nutrients reach the body in time to strengthen sleep cycles. 60 minutes before lying down, finish with a small handful of raisins. Roughly 30 grams is enough, either eaten plain or softened in warm water. In India, seniors often drink the sweet soaking liquid as well, while in the United States, raisins may be mixed into a light oatmeal or enjoyed on their own. The natural sugars and potassium help keep fluids balanced during the night and encourage the body to stay at rest. Spacing these steps throughout the evening prevents your stomach from feeling heavy. It also allows each food to deliver its specific benefit without crowding the others. Many seniors find it helpful to keep a small notebook by the bedside marking the number of times they wake each night. Looking back after 4 to 6 weeks reveals progress that might not feel obvious on a single night. If you live with conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure, always discuss changes with your doctor before beginning. These foods are gentle, but safety is strongest when you combine natural remedies with professional advice. Remember, improvement comes slowly, but consistency makes it last. By shaping this evening routine, you are not only calming your bladder, you are reclaiming peace of mind, proving that age may bring challenges, but your choices still carry real power beyond better sleep. The extra benefits. While the promise of fewer bathroom trips and deeper rest may feel like reason enough, the benefits of these dry fruits extend far beyond sleep. Each handful delivers nutrients that quietly strengthen other systems in the body, offering seniors not only comfort at night but also resilience during the day. Regular use supports circulation, gently improving blood flow and easing the strain on arteries. This can help lower blood pressure in a natural way, reducing the silent burden on the heart. For older adults in America who monitor their numbers closely, and for seniors in India who may not always have easy access to frequent checkups, this effect brings reassurance. A stronger heart and steadier circulation mean a lower risk of stroke, a fear that quietly weighs on many families as years advance. The antioxidants in cranberries, almonds, and raisins work like a protective shield against aging. They slow the wear and tear on brain cells, preserving memory and clarity. For someone worried about forgetting names or losing confidence in conversations, these compounds are not a cure, but a support that helps keep the mind engaged and active. The effect is subtle, but over time, it creates a foundation for independence, which matters deeply to seniors in both cultures. Digestion also benefits. The fiber in almonds and raisins keeps the bowels moving smoothly, reducing the discomfort of constipation that so many older adults quietly endure. In India, where dry fruits are already part of sweets and festive dishes, and in the United States, where a simple trail mix can be shared at family gatherings, these foods naturally weave into moments of connection. Passing a small bowl of nuts and raisins around the living room or adding them to holiday meals strengthens bonds while also supporting health. The message is simple yet powerful. These small foods are more than remedies for the night. They are daily companions for a stronger heart, a sharper mind, and a lighter body. By embracing them, you are not only protecting your sleep, but also gifting yourself energy and vitality for the days ahead. Cranberries, almonds, and raisins may seem simple, yet together they form a natural trio that can bring real comfort to restless nights. Each one works in a unique way. Cranberries soothing the bladder, almonds supporting deeper sleep, and raisins helping the kidneys balance fluids gently through the night. For seniors in both America and India, this is a reminder that health does not always depend on prescriptions alone. Sometimes the food already in your kitchen can quietly protect your independence and restore your peace of mind. Picture the difference it could make. In the United States, imagine grandparents sitting peacefully on the balcony at sunrise, sipping coffee after a full night of sleep without interruption. In India, envision elders walking with energy through the morning festival, their steps steady and their faces bright because rest finally returned. These images are not far away. They can become part of your life when you make small, consistent choices each evening. So, as you reflect on these ideas, hold on to hope. You still have the power to guide your health with patience and care. May your nights be calm and may your mornings be full of light. If this message spoke to you, please share your own experience in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell, and send this video to a friend or family member who deserves better sleep too. Together, we can make nights peaceful again.